Well, it is the day of my Boston trip. It's the one trip of this month that I have been waiting for. I've had a month of not so much my favourite trips, but it's all been a bit of a build up to this one because I'm quite happy to just have one trip a month that I'm really looking forward to. And for this month, it's been Boston. I've not been to Boston I feel like it's been a year and a half. So it's been so long. So I'm so excited to go back, and I'm so excited to go back at this time of year, being Halloween, because, I mean, if you know, you know. One particular section of Boston is called Salem, and they deck out their houses, the streets in crazy Halloween decor, and I'm so excited to see it. I did go to Boston. I think that one of the last times I actually went to Boston was around this time of year, not so close to Halloween, but it was around the end of September, I think. And it was stunning, like the leaves everywhere, the little pumpkins that people were putting outside of their houses. It was just so nice. And to be so close to Halloween now when I'm going to Boston, I feel like it's going to be 10 times better. So I'm so excited to go. And I need to get packing. When have I ever left packing this late? I don't think I have. So the reason for that is because I had a there and back yesterday to Malaga in Spain, and I didn't get home until 1:45 this morning, so I felt like that wasn't really a necessary time to be packing. So I've left it till this morning, and I was very unsure whether to check in a suitcase because I was checking the weather, and the weather doesn't look that good in the sense of I think tomorrow is going to be really cold and the next day is going to be even colder. So I'm like, I think I need to get the big guns out, get my big case out, bring my big coat. So that's what I'm going to do. That's the decision I have made. So said case is out. I've done all of my like toiletries and things. I've just got to pack my clothes. So I find that to be the worst part, actually. Deciding my clothes, deciding my outfits, especially if I'm going to Salem. I want to get some good pictures, so I feel like outfits need to be really considered for this trip. Also, you might hear in my voice, so if you watched my last vlog, so my week of hell, as I pretty much called it, so my recurrent, I had loads of short haul, I had standby, which I was called from. It was a very busy, hectic, full-on week, and because of that, I did feel a cold coming on. And on my days off, I had that cold. It has been pretty intense, this cold. I was so bunged up. My first day or two I was off, so I spent most of my time in bed. Obviously I was so exhausted. I've only pretty much just recovered from that week. Even now I still feel so tired. So that was great. And when I was flying yesterday, I did have some trouble with my ears. Not like I didn't have any pain or anything, it was just I couldn't unblock them, and it was a horrible feeling. But I feel 10 times better today. I still don't just sound the best, but it is what it is. That's another reason why I do want to wrap up warm in Boston, because I don't want to make this cold any worse. Right, I'm just going to have a quick check of the weather once again, because I find weather over that side of the world can change drastically. So let's look at Boston, Massachusetts. By the way, this trip is a 4-day trip, if you didn't see my roster reveal. So that basically means I go tonight, we get there late tonight, I have the whole of tomorrow, the whole of Friday, and we get back to London quite late on Saturday. So it's a 4-day trip overall. One of the longest trips we actually do, I guess, over that side of the world, because we get the 2 full days, which is mwah, bit of me. Anyway, let's have a look. So, because I get there so late tonight, I don't think I'm going to venture out maybe to get some food. That's about it. So I think I'm going to skip tonight, go straight to tomorrow, which is looking to be 17 degrees. So that's not too bad, and it's supposed to be sunny, so that's good. And then Friday is going down to 12, and it gets a little bit cloudy, so I need to consider that. I think I'm going to have a look at my coats and just see what's going to work for both. I get so frustrated with how long I just stand and stare into my wardrobe and just cannot decide on what to take. And I know as soon as I get to Boston, I'll be like, why? Just why did I choose this? But anyway, I'm going to show you what I've decided. So I've got in my bottoms side of my suitcase, I've got leather leggings, some jeans, and this blue skirt. Thought a skirt might be nice to throw in there if the crew decide to wear skirts. I won't feel as left out. I don't know why I have these thoughts in my head, but sometimes I'm like, well, if other crew want to dress up, I want to dress up too. And yeah, I like to have a backup. So I've got just a black t-shirt, just in case the weather's a little bit iffy, because sometimes that kind of weather you can get a little bit sweaty if you end up bringing a big coat thinking it's going to be colder. In my mind, I've got this for Salem, so with my leather leggings, this big oversized orange jumper with like little puffy sleeves, and I'm going to show you the coat I plan to wear with that as well. I've also got a black turtleneck, like skin type jumper, and an oversized like grandad dogtooth jumper, which I absolutely love this, but I haven't worn it very much, so I'm going to take that with me for sure. My coat that I've decided to bring with me is my zebra print New Look coat, which is like a shacket kind of thing, so it's thick but also not too thick, and it's really nice and long as well. I got this for £10 in New Look. Yeah, the New Look sale can be banging sometimes. One more jumper I've decided to bring with me is this Adidas one. This is one that Vic got me from his store. He's quite lucky in the sense he can kind of scope out what there is to begin with at the beginning of the day and be like, actually, Chloe will like that, and then sends me pictures like, do you like this? And yeah, I've got the matching bottoms for this as well, but I think I'm just going to take the jumper. Just so I have a variety of different colours, both like dressed up but casual. I don't know. I feel like I'll just take it. I won't wear it, but I have it just in case. And that is my suitcase all packed. I'm not going to even look at it one more time, because if I do, I will start taking stuff out and repacking. Anyway, I'm going to start getting ready. Please do ignore my crusty lips. They just don't look good. My nose is crusty, my lips are crusty, all from this cold, and this always happens to me after I have a cold, and it takes forever for my crusty lips and crusty nose to go away. I have just got ready. I got up at like 8, maybe 7:45. I was a little bit cautious because we never really set a plan for today, or plan for timing anyway. So I was like, I don't want to be that person that ends up waking up when everyone's like, right, 15 minutes, let's go. And I don't want to be rushing. So I was like, do you know what? I'm just going to get up, get ready. And then I can always just sit back in bed and like nod off and set an alarm for like 20 minutes later if I'm still feeling tired. But if you saw my roster reveal when I announced this trip, I said Salem is on the cards. It has to be at this time of year because Salem is where Hocus Pocus was set, and it's just very Halloween-y all year round. But going there when it is Halloween is a different level apparently. So that's the plan we've made, to go to Salem today and just see what it's all about, because I've never been, the others that are going with me have never been, so it'd be nice to see what it's all about at the time of year where it's at its peak. But Boston in general, I just associate to Halloween. I don't know why. It's like a very cool city. It's very different to the others. Like all the other cities around the US are very similar in the sense of like they high rises, they're all blocks, they all look pretty much the same, they've all got their own little bits about them that make them different, but they're all very similar. Whereas Boston to me just isn't like that. It's very different and very cool, and I love it. So I'm looking forward to just see what Boston's about this time of year and just see what all of the houses have done to decorate for Halloween. So that's going to be fun. I'm going to do that over today and tomorrow, I think, just to have a little wander around the city, do what I do best and just wander and take photos and vlog for you guys. It's going to be good fun. But one thing when we landed into Boston last night, so we had to land into Boston in what's called low visibility conditions. So the pilots had to do auto land. It was so low visibility that they couldn't even see the runway until literally seconds before we touched down. And it was very eerie, very spooky. Because of that, we can't have our phones on, so I couldn't take pictures from when we were a bit higher up at a safer level. It was just so spooky, so eerie, and I feel like set the tone for this trip. I was thinking about it as well before I went to sleep last night. I was exhausted, by the way, which is why I didn't vlog last night. I don't think I've ever vlogged in Boston. Maybe once, but that was a long time ago, and I'm very cautious on my channel. I don't like to vlog places like very often. So for example, JFK, New York, I go to quite a lot, and there's no point vlogging that trip every single time I go because it's the same. My routine's pretty much the same. Unless I'm doing something different, then I'll vlog it. I'm very cautious about that. Whereas Boston, I was thinking, I haven't been here for so long, so I'm really looking forward to bringing you a vlog that's going to be a bit different to my usual ones because of the time of year and because of Boston itself, because I love the city. Before I do go out though, I do just want to say something before we kick off the vlog, just so you can enjoy it to the max. But basically, I think I've come to the decision that I am going to take a teeny weeny little break from YouTube. Since I was unfurloughed in autumn of 2020, I have been flying for 2 years straight now, and I've vlogged pretty much every single week that whole time. And I absolutely love it. It's great, but it's pretty much like doing 2 full-time jobs together. Like flying, I do full-time. YouTube is pretty much full-time on my days off, so I don't really have a great deal of time to myself. I really try and plan my work and life balance very well so I don't end up in this situation, but I'm just feeling like I'm a little bit, not burnt out, but I think it's important to just take a break every now and again from these things. And I do have a bit of leave in November, so you'll find all of this out. I think you would have already found this out on my November roster reveal. By the time this video goes out, it should already be live. But yeah, I've got loads of time off in November, and there's a reason I have loads of time off. I'm not just, taking a break. I'm not that kind of person, you know me. I'm very busy all the time. But yeah, there's a reason for that time off, and you will find out why when I come back to YouTube. So I'm not gone for good, do not worry about that. I'm just having a teeny weeny little break just to sort my life out behind the scenes, because I have a lot going on, which you will find out eventually, but it's all very exciting and a big change in my life anyway. The rough sort of time scale I'm planning for is I'm hoping to come back the beginning of December. So pretty much just taking a month off. That's all I plan to do. And I think it's important just to have a nice reset, refresh, and come back a lot more enthusiastic to YouTube, which I'm looking forward to. Of course, I'm planning my channel for Christmas as well. I always like to plan loads of Christmassy things to do on my days off, so you can see a bit more of my home life. So all of that will be to come, in addition to what I'm going to announce when I'm back as well, which is so exciting. Anyway, let's get on with the vlog and let's explore a bit of Boston and a bit of Salem. So it's 9:30 and we've decided we're not going to leave until about 11 and then go for lunch in Salem. But because there is a bit of time, I went to Starbucks downstairs because I love it when there's a Starbucks in the hotel. Got myself the mocha cookie crumble frappuccino. I should start calling it a mochi now. I think I might do, just because that sounded so funny. Got my little mochi and I'm gonna drink this before we head to Salem. I've had a little bit of an outfit change since my mochi. So I've taken off the granddad jumper, which I love. I might wear that tomorrow actually. But I've put on my big coat that I packed yesterday from New Look. I love this. Shacket material, so it's like I can take it off, but if it's cold and windy, which it often is here in Boston, and we might be getting the ferry either to or from Salem, and I can just see that being very windy. So I'm putting this on because it also looks to be a bit colder in Salem than it is here in the city. So I just want to be prepared, so that's why I changed. So put this on. I put on a red lip because I feel like that might disguise my crusty lips. I was trying to like scrape away at them and like exfoliate them to try and get all the dead skin off, but it's hard. So I put that on and I'm just hoping that kind of changes things a little bit. But yeah, I think that's my outfit. Also matching the nails, kind of. I like doing that. So yeah, I think I'm finally ready to go to Salem. I'm so excited. Oh, and my shoes of choice are my Doc Martens shoes, which are, I don't know if you can see. Of course they're sparkly, you know it. I look exhausted. I feel exhausted. Oh, it was such a good day, but it was such a long day. And if you ever think about coming to Salem when you come to Boston, without question, it was so good, especially this time of year. It wasn't as decked out as I thought it would be, but it was really, really cool. Very different. Something different to what I normally do. And it was just nice to just walk around and just see what Salem's all about. And I picked up a few crystals as well for my mum while I was in one of the stores. She's really into that kind of thing, actually. And they were just really cute. I probably should have picked up one for myself, but yeah, I just never think to do that. I always end up buying stuff for other people and not myself. But I guess that just means I can come back to Salem in the future, and it gives me a reason to. But yeah, I absolutely had a blast. It was really, really cool. And yeah, it just really put me in the Halloween spirit. So I feel like I might try and stick some sort of Halloween film on, which I will probably last a matter of minutes watching. But I'll probably carry on watching them tomorrow morning when I'm a bit more alive. But yeah, I'm going to go straight to sleep now. And I will let you know in the morning what I plan to do on day 2 of my Boston trip. That street that I just showed you, it is a street called Acorn Street, which is a very famous street here in Boston. Really cute. I'm going to try and head to the other end, see what they've got up there. This walk was long though, and cold. Just little alleyways like this are just so cute. I'm just wandering around looking at all the Halloween decorations, and they're just beautiful. Like, Boston and this sort of area of Boston, as beautiful as it is without the pumpkins and all the decorations, but I just can't stop taking photos. All these spiders are actually really creepy. Ew. Why is Justin got to be so loud? I hope I don't get copyrighted, but I'm just doing like my shopping bit now. I've been to Primark because I'm going to Bath on Sunday with my friends, and we're going day drinking, and I needed a bag or something to tie my outfit together, so I found a little green bag, which I'll show you when I get to the hotel. But I'm in TJ Maxx. I love it in here. It's so much fun. I can spend hours in here. I just got back to the hotel, but I actually just crossed paths with some crew that I went to Salem with yesterday, so I'm going to head out for lunch with them. I did buy some sushi in a supermarket across the road, but I'm going to save that for later, so it's all working out well. I'm going to head downstairs now, go for some food, and I will be right back with you. Well, funnily enough, we actually went to Cheesecake Factory, which seems to be a restaurant that I end up going to on every trip lately, which I don't mind because I really like Cheesecake Factory, but I'd already bought some sushi when I saw my crew downstairs, so I was like, I don't know whether to
go with you because I want to, or whether to just go back to my room and eat my sushi. But I thought, do you know what, I'm gonna go Cheesecake Factory, get a Coke, and I just had like a little snack. I didn't have an actual meal, just like a side plate. So I did that, and then we actually went for a walk, funnily enough, back to Acorn Street because a couple wanted to go and see it. And then we just walked back, so it was basically nice to just have a bit of fresh air. We also went to the Boston Library, which was beautiful, absolutely lovely. And then now I'm back here, and it is currently 20 to 5, and I actually have an early start tomorrow because I have to be up at 4 a.m. I think I've scheduled myself in to get up because we are leaving at like 5:30, something like that. So I need to get ready at a reasonable time where I have enough time to wake up because it's going to be, well, maybe not as tough as I think it's going to be because it's going to be later at home. It's going to be like mid-morning at home. But still, the more days you spend in a destination, the closer you become to the time zone. And we've been here now, that'll be the third night. So yeah, I'm just hoping 4 o'clock is a good enough time to wake up and actually be able to feel somewhat awake when I meet my crew downstairs. But I'm going to take my makeup off now because I don't plan to go out anymore tonight. I plan to just get into bed, chill, maybe watch a movie, something like that. And yeah, just sort of unwind for the night. It was nice to see a load of bits of Boston today, as well as being able to go to Salem yesterday. So I feel like I've done a lot and exactly what I wanted to do really when I came to Boston and when I bid for this trip. This was what I had in mind, so I'm glad I achieved everything I wanted to. As well as I was able to get bits of the shopping done that I wanted to get done. I needed to go to Sephora and get some purple Olaplex shampoo, which I got. I also wanted to go and get some more eyebrow stuff. I think I've showed you a few times actually. I've been meaning to get some for so long. Is my ABH Dip Bar Pomade. It's literally on its last legs. I've got like the tiniest little bit left in there. So I thought, you know what, now is the time that I should probably go and get some. So I popped into Sephora to get some of that, and then I went to TJ Maxx. There was some lovely home stuff in there, and because I don't have a house of my own, I couldn't get any, so that's a bit of a pain. Plus being over here anyway, even if I did have a house, I literally have no way to transport the goods home safely without the potential of them breaking. That's the trouble. I try not to look for things like that here, even just like little decoration bits for my bedroom. I try not to look for it because if I find it, really fall in love with something, and not being able to take it home is heartbreaking because it's probably going to break in my suitcase. So yeah, I just had a little mooch around TK Maxx, looked at the clothes, didn't really buy anything. Then I went to Primark because, like I said, Sunday I have a meeting with my friend who's been away for like 6 months now. I'm looking forward to that actually. I'm really looking forward to just, you know, letting my hair down a little bit and just chilling with her. There's another one of our friends coming too, so it's just going to be really nice to just all come together. In 2 seconds I will show you the bag I ended up getting. Like I said earlier, it's going to tie all of my outfit together, I hope, because a lot of my outfit is black. The only thing that was the colour of the bag that I got is my top half, and I wanted to have something just to break up the outfit a little bit, and I feel like this bag is going to do that. Well, this is the green bag that I got. You can see that I'm really into green at the moment, if you hadn't guessed. But I literally found this bag and it's identical to the colour of the like thin jumper I want to wear. So my plan is thin green emerald jumper, leather shorts with a belt, some like patterned tights, maybe like sort of leopard print patterned tights, not like brown leopard print tights, not like what you're probably imagining right now, like sheer tights with just like black, yeah, whatever. I don't think I'm explaining that well at all. And then some boots. So that was my plan because we're going to Bath. Bath is very hilly. Heels is a no-no, but I feel like something like this might make my outfit feel a bit more dressed up for day drinking. So that was my plan in my head. So I'm glad I found this. Gives me a bit more reassurance about my outfit because I feel like I'm not going to have much time to change my mind if I do. So yeah, that was pretty much all I bought today. Nothing really too interesting. But I need to pack everything away in my case now. it's 6:30 and I cannot work out if I'm hungry or not. I think I'm just bored hungry. But I do have like a whole plate of sushi to eat. And I don't think that is something that I'm going to want to eat at 5, 6 in the morning tomorrow. So I feel like it's now or never. Let's do it. Sushi's healthy. Sushi's good. Even though I'm probably going to smother it in soy sauce, but we won't talk about that. Still to this day, I still say that the best thing I ever bought for my suitcase is these things. Honestly, they are so, so good. But I have gone for Cali rolls, not crunchy, because they didn't have crunchy. But I would have gone crunchy if they had crunchy. Let's have a little taste. Oh, come on, let go. Actually, now I started eating, I was more hungry than I thought. Sushi for the win. Cheers. Well, I will see you in approximately 8 hours when I will very likely look and feel like death. I had such an awful night's sleep. Just couldn't sleep. I woke up so many times, just kept tossing and turning. The bed was so uncomfortable to me. Even though the 2 previous nights it was really comfortable. But I'm just not in the right frame of mind to get ready, but I have to. I should do this. Oh, I could really do with a cup of tea, but there is a Starbucks downstairs. And I know that if I ask for an English breakfast tea there, it won't be English breakfast. It won't taste good. So I think I'm just going to wait until I can get a decent brew on the plane. I also fancy some juice as well. I should have got some juice at the supermarket yesterday. I just should have known that at this time of the morning, juice is just going to fix everything. Instead I've just got to stick to water, but that's, yeah, it's just not really cutting it. No. But anyway, I need to get dressed and go. So I will see you when I get home, and I will close this vlog. I'm hoping this flight's going to be within the 5-hour region, because it can be sometimes, and I heard the jet streams at this time of year are really quite strong, which might work in our favour, but I'll let you know. I tell you what, I think I will be bidding for this type of Boston trip a whole lot more in the future, because I'm loving the timings of this flight. I don't feel tired, I feel so energised. I haven't missed a full night's sleep because I had a full night's sleep last night, and this was a day flight pretty much, like an early morning day flight, and it just worked out brilliantly. I had a little snooze on my break, so I was able to re-energise myself a little bit, but overall I loved it. The flight was 5.5 hours long, which I think isn't even enough to be called a long haul flight really. But it was just brilliant, and I loved the place. I love Boston in general. I always forget every time I go back how much I do love it. But yeah, I just expect to be seeing that on my bidding routine in the near future for many trips into 2023, I think. But like I said, this will be the last video I think you'll be seeing from me for it, I reckon, around a month. Like I said, I'm not too sure about specific timings of how long I'll be gone, because it all depends on what's going on in my personal life as to when I can come back. But as soon as I'm back, I will be letting you know my December roster reveal, exactly where I'll be going, as well as letting you know what is going on in my personal life, which I'm really excited to share with you. And I think Vic will be along for the ride as well. But thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and pop on the notification bell as well, so you get notified when I do come back. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great rest of November as well, and I will see you very soon.